Hi, Ruth.
Good evening, teacher. Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon. When does afternoon end and evening begin? Have any idea? I consider any time after 12 up to 4 is afternoon. After 4, it's evening. You think so?
Yes. Okay, then good evening.
It's always a question, huh? What time it is. How do you greet? Right. Where is everybody else?
If no one else is joining, Aditi, I can ask her to join at 7. It's all right.
All right. Let me just see. Why usually everyone joins in, but maybe some kids have their exams or something happening.
Okay.
So,
if not, it's fine because 7 she'll join just a few minutes late.
okay. Okay, there they come. We'll give them 5 minutes. They usually take that much, if at all. Susan, is Susan there?
Yeah.
Susan, could you get a watercolor kit for Ruth?
Yeah, I can get
one. Huh?
Yeah,
Don't let her use yours. We'll let her mess around with her own kit. Or give her one of your old ones. You get a new
I'll
one
give
for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I've got an old one. Only Her Highness does not know how much water to put into her paint. So we end up with a puddle.
Don't worry, she'll figure it out. She has to figure it out herself. She'll do it. Let her just do it. Because the longer we prolong this interaction with watercolor, she will take longer. And confidence will diminish. So worst case scenario, she'll just get a very puddly painting, but very organically she'll learn, which is how much is the right amount.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Arjun, is your video working? Please turn your video on. Oh, yeah. This is not Arjun. This is yes. Okay, this is Veer, no? Change the name because there's an Arjun also. I was wondering why Arjun is in this batch because he's joined another batch, but people keep freely coming back and forth and then I get confused. Okay, so I've shared a picture on the group. This is the cathedral at Notre Dame in Paris. I'm just going to show you how this looks. So who is it? Somebody from the 7 o'clock batch had asked to do Paris this week. So what I want us to do is make like a postcard of this cathedral, but I also want us to add some text. We've done this in the past. So I want you to do a little bit of research independently on your own and find out how old this church is and whose reign it was built. And we want to write that text around the church. Do you remember when was the last time we did something like that?
We did it for Italy.
We did, correct.
And Bhutan as well.
And there was one more thing we did it for.
We did it for Bhutan.
Bhutan, wait, it's in the other paper.
We did it for Bhutan.
Yeah.
We did it for Bhutan, this one.
And even for the ship in a bottle, your batch did ship in a bottle?
No, that was the 7 o'clock.
That was ship in a bottle we did.
In the 7 o'clock batch, yeah.
I have it this one.
Correct, yes. So I'll show you how this information is written.
Mom?
Yes.
So last class we'd done product pack drawings.
Yeah.
So I had done this like for another product.
Wow, nice. Very nice. Whose bag is that?
Like it was lying around in my mom's room. So I threw it.
Very good. So I think you're enjoying this product packaging illustration a
Yes.
lot. You should continue to do it. That can become one whole exhibition in itself. Okay, so see, this is how I have written. So we have to write the name very creatively and create a composition and just write a few things, because if it's going to be a postcard like design, it can't have too much text. Yeah. Okay, so let's start with this. I have no pencil. Just give me a second. I'm going to go hunt out pencil. Okay, I'm going to share the two images again. This is a photograph, and I want you to also study. Oh, this is the wrong image. Oh, damn it. It's not the Notre Dame. I got so confused. The towers are different. But there's some interesting terminology here, which I would like you to study and know. And if you can remember, that's amazing. But these are architectural features on these on buildings from that.
Miss,
Yeah.
can you repeat the name of the church?
Yeah, it's Cathedral de Notre Dame or Notre Dame Cathedral. Don't write it on the main page. Write it in the back. We're not writing the title in the beginning.
Yeah, I write it on the edge of the page.
No, not edge of the page, back of the page. The edge of the page has to be blank. You can't write anything, no date, no nothing.
No, not there. Like where the spiral bound is, like there.
Here?
Yeah.
Ah, that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Even I write there. All right. So this you can read later. It's just interesting information. And here we are going to now see how this architecture is built. So first and foremost, let's see where is the square here. So if I were to draw a square, this is how the building comes up. Okay, this is a square. And so now if I just draw this much, this is a rectangle, slightly less than a square. The square is here, but we want to draw just less than the square. We have a horizontal rectangle. And then at half, we have these features. And then, of course, we have this divided into thirds. And then each of these sections into half, so that you get the center of these two windows, and the center of this door. And then you can divide this in half. You can divide this in thirds, I think. So this is how you start breaking up spaces and creating a grid. Okay, are you getting this? So I'm going to now take a picture of this and share it again on the group so you can see the grid. Okay, so we are going to make I'm holding the book upright and I'm going to make this in about so much space. I'm not going to make a huge illustration of this. So you should have at least 3-4 fingers of space around your illustration for it to be visible and it to be enjoyed. All right, so if I were to draw a square, you know how to draw a square? You can make a light line here, measure it with either your finger or your pencil. And if this is the length, I'm going to make it a little short. And all my lines are very light. I don't want to make my lines too dark because I don't want to use an eraser. And then draw a half line here. And the same, whatever this half is, I extend that on top. I'm sure you can't see anything. Can you see anything? And then we'll divide this in half. Divide it in half vertically. And actually in thirds, not even half.
Ma'am, the pencil lines are not visible.
I realize that, yeah. But you've seen the blue lines?
Can you share that image again?
Yeah. So first you draw this rectangle, which is slightly smaller than the square vertically. Then half line of this, the bottom bottom rectangle, you divide into 3 parts, middle rectangle into 2 parts horizontally. Let me know when your pencil sketch is done. Then we will start the detailing. And we're going to do very simplified detailing. So you don't have to make too many lines or too many fine carvings or any of that.
Pencil sketch done now.
All right. Everyone else, you're done? Okay. So I'm going to tell you how I'm going to begin now. Oops, sorry, not stop share. Now I'm going to tell you where I'm going to start from. Let's start with this circle. Can you identify where this is? It's in the middle section, bottom center. We have to draw this circle here. It's touching the half line. Okay, this comes first. Then just below half line, we have 2 of this. You have, sorry, not from there. You have this grill and this, right? And in multiple places, then you will draw pillars. This is what I'm going to draw. Okay, so again, let me make a picture of this. And all the pillars are one below the other. Okay, so identify which is the middle section, and then you have 3. You've cut it in half also, this middle section. Right in the center over here, I'm drawing a circle. Not too big, but it touches the bottom. And the circle can be a little wobbly. It's fine. Then around the circle, we will draw one more circle. Then actually let's draw the pillars over here. So these pillars are actually drawn like that. You draw a set of rectangles first, about the same size on all these, on the sides and these middle lines. Then you draw slightly taller rectangles. And then over here, we will draw like inverted V shape and a rectangle coming up to about this half line. Oh, sorry, mistake. Damn it. And then we will draw this whole balcony-like thing. Ignore this line, no? This is a mistake. I can't help it now. Complete these over here. Now, these pillars and these rectangles are in the front. And then the same line continues in the back. So it will continue slightly lower. And that will go over the circle. Even if it goes behind the circle, it's fine. If you've drawn the circle and then this line goes behind it, it's okay. And we're going to jut this out just a little bit. Now you draw some more parallel lines on the top of this. Now again over here, we will draw an extra line, thin, and jut it out again a little bit. Then there are a whole lot of, I think, images of saints just above the door. So this is just higher than 1/3 in the bottom section. Okay, are you following me? Or if you need me to slow down, you need to tell me to slow down. Now over here we have lots of figurines. We'll try and figure out how to draw that. let's make the pillars on the sides first. And there is a statue over here. So at this level, that's about 1/3 level of the bottom, you will make a pillar, like make a break in the pillar. Make 2 lines just above that. Identify the center of these. One over here, which has got a V shape first. And then it's got an arched doorway. I don't know why the design is different over here on this door, and here it does not continue. Here it's the same, only the arch is there. Arch is terrible. Are you with me? Can I get a nod from everyone if you're with me, or a thumbs up? So, okay, right, okay, good. All right, now inside this, there's a lot of decorations. So we are going to make a parallel arch. About the same height on both sides. And then you will mark maybe 3 extra lines in this. This whole thing is very decorated. And it might have 6, 7 in real life, but because we're making such a small picture, we can't make so many. But these 3 lines or 4 lines, if you have the space, will look good enough. Now the one in the center is a big arch. If you can make it big. Done so far? Now from here, we will make 2 arches over here. And make at least 2 lines. Make a line on the inside, this arch. And then you have to join this to 2 arches here. It's like eyebrows. And then we'll draw these 2 windows.
They were selling flowers on outside.
Tell Fichi. She knows I'm here.
Okay, Ashika. Okay, so now I've drawn like these two bindi-like things in the middle of those arches, and we've drawn windows, and we're going to draw 3 circles in a triangle form on the side here. Now remember, if you do not have space for any reason to draw what I'm asking you to draw, don't draw it. It's okay if you draw a few things less. Nobody in the world remembers the details of things like architecture, except if you are an architect or you are a historian or you've studied it or you've built it. So the person who's built these will remember that, "Adi, I put these 3 things over here. Why have they not drawn it?" And I think all those are long dead. So the guys who built the cathedral died maybe 900 years ago. So we don't have to worry about it too much. All right? Okay. Now, there's a very nice arch on the top here also. So we are going to now extend our pillars up to slightly above this half point. We want slightly taller pillars? No, about the same. So we know how to make these pillars now. Just draw rectangles. And then a smaller rectangle underneath it. And join these all with double lines. And extend the double line to the side a little bit. Now what we need to do here is, we'll make these pillars come down
Ma'am,
as well. Yes.
I joined late. I don't know what we're doing today.
Ashika, just watch today because we've done so much now. It's very complicated to get you up to speed. But I just want you to listen in on how we are constructing this. Let me show you a picture of what we're doing. And then you can watch the video now later. So this is the cathedral at Notre Dame in Paris. That's what we're trying to make. Okay? All right. Okay, now there are lots of little pillars over here. At least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what you should do is when you have to draw these multiple pillars, you draw, and they're not very tall. So I want you to see how I'm drawing this. I'm drawing one in the center, then one in the middle of the middle, and then one in the middle of that. So this way I distribute all my pillars similarly. So I'll do one here. So exactly 8 pillars I will get. Is it 8 pillars or 9 pillars or 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, 7 to 7. Same here now. One in the center. I just have to focus on making these parallel lines equal distances apart. Same thing here. Identify the center. Half of half. Now this design is very tricky. I want you to see how this is done. Now we're going to join these pillars like this. From one side of the parallel line, you draw an arch to the other parallel line, and you create arches like this. And then have a look at this. Now, I don't know whether we can do it over here, but every 2 arches, we have a triangle. So see, this is the center pillar, right? So from the center pillar, we have a triangle like that. And then we have a triangle, not a triangle, an arch like this. Can you see this design? Actually, you can't see this. So there are holes in the arches. Let me bring this down. Let me show you again. The center pillar has a triangle that comes into this space. So this is a center pillar. I'm making a triangle a little distance away. Huh? Then leave one and then another triangle, then leave one and another triangle. All right. And then you have almost like an arch in the middle of these. Are you all looking? See this? So this almost makes it look like a lace. Are you all getting this? And my building is looking a little crooked also. But it's okay. No, it's my phone. Oh, now it looks true. Wait, Ruth, let me take a closer look. Oh, that's very cute. Very nice. I love it. Very nice. But I think, Ruth, if you're pressing your pencil a little too hard, use a paper to keep underneath. So take some sheet of paper and keep it where you're not drawing like that. Don't use your hand. Use any kind of small sheet so that your pencil does not bleed all over the place. Veer, let me see yours a little closer. Very good. Yes, I like it. Very nice. Very nice. Good job. All right. Now the next part. Are we ready for the next part? Next part is only these two sides. Nothing over here in the middle. So we are going to extend two pillars. Now we know where our pillars stand, right? So we are just going to make two tall lines come from the bottom up. And these are slightly thin pillars. And these have got a very nice design. So it's almost like an arrowhead design on top. And then above this, again, there's a little bit of a rectangle shape. And we run two lines on these side. Nothing in the middle, remember that. Otherwise, it'll become a different kind of cathedral. And then one up on top. And then again, extend this line further. A little jutting out this time. And then up all the way. And then again, jutting out a little bit. Now here, we are going to draw like a very light line in the center. And in the middle of these two sections, we're going to draw a very tall window, but remember to make it very narrow because we have to make several parallel lines around it like we made for the arched doorway. Now, at one point over here, we are going to draw a V-shaped decoration going to both sides. And then we'll draw these multiple parallel lines. And then one nice parallel arch going on top of it, if you have the space. Even my pencil has blurred a little bit. It's terrible, I hate it. Now just on the side here also, you can make a little bit of an arrowhead. And one more pillar over here. Remember we had all this jutting out. This arrowhead is slightly smaller, shorter or lower. Pull out this balcony a little more. From here again, there's a little bit of the building. This has come down already. And then just over here. Oh, sorry, where is this? Oh, it's here. Okay, never mind. Then one more line down. And end this a little higher on the ground. The sides. Now on the bottom, we have these two doors. Here the doors have almost an octagon shape on top. All of them actually do. I'm just making them simple on the sides and octagonal in the center because I have more space. And then we can make some lines. And this part is fun. You can make a few squiggles like that. Like little doodles. That shows that there are sculptures there. Now this window is quite elaborate. It's got one inner circle, a middle circle, and we've already drawn the outer circle. So what we'll do is, oh, let me put paper now. I don't want to smudge everything else. So I'm going to draw a tiny inner circle with 2 rings. And then a middle circle which has 2 rings also. And then this is quite an interesting structure. You can make a line such that it is between 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock. That goes all the way outward. 2 lines. Actually, let's make fewer lines because you don't have so much space. We'll make it at between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock, then 3 o'clock, between 4 and 5, between 7 and 8, at 9 o'clock, and between 10 and 11. And then here we can expand and make more, make 2 extra. And if you have space, you can just make a line in the inner circle. Here we can make 2 extra. So this is called a rose motif. Looks like a rose. Very nice, Ruth. Looking good. Have you kept a paper now? Okay, good. Now we have to do all these different pillars and hollows and statues in there. So what I'm going to do, like we did above, we have one statue right in the middle of this. So I'm going to make a statue shape like that, which is just an oval, an inverted U shape, not too much. And then I'm going to make an inverted shape, U shape in the center. Leave a gap because we have to put pillars in between.
Ma'am,
Yes.
can you go up a little?
Go up a little where?
Like, can you hear the top part?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now this part we have to do very slowly. So it's like drawing 2 oval or 2 U shapes above each other. So when you are drawing these complicated architectural features, look at how you can simplify it. It's perfectly fine to simplify and make a design resemble something complicated. Because then that becomes a creative interpretation. Done. All of them will resemble the multiple statues there. And honestly, nobody remembers how many statues there might be, except the person who's made the 4th statue from the left. Here I'm just drawing inverted U shapes so that my balcony looks a little ornate. Instead of just drawing vertical lines, I'm making it look like there's a railing on top and there are hollows underneath it. Looks much, much more decorative. Even over here, if you have space, you can make extra decoration like this. Here again, if you have a space, you can make double lines. Double lines easily made anywhere. It will always look good. Here again, there's some extra vertical lines. Now this triangular part you have on the inside also. And there is a spire that comes from here. So behind this, I don't know if you can, might not be able to see it. There is a little bit of a triangular roof that comes towards the center. And from there, right in the center, there is a spire that comes up like this. And we're done. So just below this, we will draw one step that runs through and through. Now we'll write the name. We have to write Notre Dame. So N-O-T-R-E. E will come in the center, space D-A-M-E. Every time we write a letter, notice where you have to write the next one. Remember, there's a space between Notre and Dame. Little bit.
Ma'am,
Yes.
would I be able to use this?
Let me have. No, don't use that.
Okay.
I want you to practice writing without a template because you should be able to do it. Template is for people who are not going to my class. We are all going to become expert letter artists. We don't need template. You should be able to draw letters like the template without the template. It's very important to learn to, to practice writing words that are the same height, the same distance apart, in a straight line and centered. And this happens very slowly, but you should be able to do it in maybe 6 months' time, the more you write. Notre Dame Cathedral, Cathedral. So always measure the space in dots. And then we're going to draw a nice banner. I don't think we have space here for too much text. So this is how we draw the banner. Can you all look here? Just look up. I'm going to draw a wave like that from one side. And then repeat that wave the opposite direction. Okay, so first one was an inverted S like this. Then you, from the fold, you bring one slight curved line down, round it out, and then go to the other side and make a fold-like line like that. Can you draw this? Even if you're doing other stuff, leave that for now. Just draw this banner.
Ma'am, I have a lot of space left at the bottom, so can I do the writing?
You can, but let me see the space you have. Okay, 1 second. Let me just pin it. All right, so I'm going to let you write in just 2 small rectangular blocks. Don't draw the outline of the rectangle, but just like follow this line of the building, and underneath that you will have, the edges will be the same, but the rectangle, the middle part, you can come a little closer. All right, got it? Okay. Now you can do this and this. And here we will write Paris. And this is the font we can use, like a Roman font. And now you can draw some lines that come equidistant, that come into the banner to make it look like it's folding. And there's a shadow there. And that's it. A postcard is ready. Now we can color this if you want. You can just put a regular, slightly brownish color, and that should do it.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I actually study French in school. So is there any chance I could write a few like French sentences here?
Absolutely, you can. Also, what you can do, Veer, is you could maybe what you could do is take another sheet about the same size as our sheet and place it like this. So suppose if I were to fold this sheet, I'm upside down. Oh. So you can always take a sheet and put additional information on this side, fold it and paste it here, and put the information leaf like on top of it. So you can open it and read it. Oh, I don't have that journal here. But it becomes like a little booklet also. This becomes what is called a tactile poster. Got it? So just do it like that. And also fold it here. So fold this paper and paste it like that. So it will fold over. Don't put a tape like that because then this paper can come off. All right? So that way you get more room to write whatever you want to write. Okay, this is fabulous. Please send me pictures of your cathedrals. Yes, let me just see everybody's ones. Awesome. Oh, so nice, Ruth. It's looking beautiful. Very nice, Veer. Very nice. Ah, excellent. Very good, Alia. Wonderful. I love it. Everybody's done a great job. Please send me pictures of this right away on the group. And any suggestions for what you want to do next week?
Ma'am, we could try and do Italy.
Italy? Okay. You have any monument in mind?
I've done Italy already.
The
done
Leaning
one.
Tower of Pisa.
We've already done that.
Oh.
Think of a very obscure country that nobody ever has visited.
Ghana.
Ghana?
The Netherlands.
I've visited Netherlands 3 times already.
Switzerland.
All right. Or everything in Europe. Think of other continents, maybe.
Zimbabwe.
Okay.
There's a country in Africa, it's called Chad.
Okay. Let's find out something about Chad and draw something about Chad. Okay. Let's do a Chad travel page. Okay. So you can find out some monument, some kind of historic fact, maybe some food, some peculiar animal or insect or something. And we'll make a page like how we did Bhutan. We can try doing something like that of Chad. Okay, super. All right. So I shall see you next week then. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.